OuterOrange.
Welcome back everybody to another video. OuterOrange here today, and I have a very special day today as we are looking at the new Shadowverse Evolve and Vanguard Cardfight Vanguard collab for the trial decks. This is right here. We have the Aichi one, which is Royal Paladin, and we also have the Kai one. Now these are very exclusive. I want to just say this is Apocalyptic Fire and this is Sanctuary Knight Brigade, just so I'm saying the names right here. So this is entry product to play Shadowverse Evolve, but on top of that, it is also a collab for Cardfight Vanguard. So you're kind of getting 2 in 1. It's actually really saucy. These decks are actually really good too. They're like amazing entry product also to understand the game, but they also have some new mechanics in there as well. So we're gonna take it out. These are really cool and exciting, and I've actually been looking into some of the mechanics, and they're actually really fun. So we're gonna go ahead and open both of these up. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, we are here. I even have Outer Overlord with us. She's holding an Overlord plushie just for this exact thing, which is very exciting. So here we have the Apocalyptic Fire, which is the crossover start deck for Shadowverse Evolve, and then here's the back. This is what it looks like, all the little goodies that you get inside. So this product comes with 1 pre-built deck, 40 cards. You get a leader, 3 evolved points, a playmat. You get 10 evolved cards as well with the 40, a rule sheet, a sheet of punch out counters, and 1 exclusive bonus card pack. I actually didn't even know about this. So this is what this looks like. Really exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and open it. We have Overlord right here and Kai in the Shadowverse Evolve like kind of art style too. So also really pretty, different version of him. He looks awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and open it up and look at this entry product. So here we have the bonus pack that they mentioned. So this looks like a special pack. It contains 3 of 12 possible cards. Shadowverse Evolve Apocalyptic Fire bonus pack. And let me see in here. It looks like we have a Dragonic Overlord, an Evolved War version of him, Dragonic Monk Goku. And here, let me zoom in just to show you guys what I'm referring to here. And we got a Dragon Knight Owlith. We got the Embodiment of Victory Owlith. We have the Berserk Dragon, Wormguard Barry, or I believe that's called, yeah, Bari. Dragon Knight's Nihilium. We got the Armor of Bar. We have the Chain Attack Sutherland, Follower Ryaz, and a Lizard Runner on deck. So basically, I'm assuming you get like 3 versions of these. Oh, they're all foiled. I see. So each pack contains 3 randomly selected cards. So that's really cool. So this is the entry product here. That will take a second here, and then the deck itself, which I'll look at it just 1 sec. I'll show you guys the entry product. This is basically all the different like tokens you can use. You can also buff up your guys with the +1s for the attack and defense. Got some counters, and then here's some keywords from Shadowverse. You can also minus stuff as well, so you can minus here. These are some of the keywords that are very popularly used, I would say. And then here we have just basically the back. They're like basically both sides. And then here's some more of the counters. I have a playmat here that will have basically all the zones for you. And then this actually explains how to use the Vanguard mechanic alongside with probably playing Shadowverse as well. So an entire rulebook basically explaining all that. All right, so this is how it looks. Dragonic Overlord. Just take off the little rubber thingy here, and so we're actually starting with an evolved creature. I'm gonna put these like a little bit in half here just so we can kind of really look at these, and then let me zoom in just a little bit closer. There we go. This is an evolved version of him, so basically you'd be evolving into this, and then you get all these effects. You have Twin Drive, which lets you drive check twice, and the way it works in here is you reveal the top 2 cards, and as you keep revealing each one, if it's not a trigger, it goes to the bottom, and then otherwise it'll go into your drop zone for the trigger. You activate it. There's heals, draws, and crits, and they all activate. Crit, I believe you get +2 to your guy, the buff that he just gets basically stronger. You draw a card, heal, you heal 3 if I'm not mistaken. And then there's also stands, which can stand something, but I don't think it can attack later anymore. So it's a bit off, but I know I'm close to it. But anyway, this one basically it just works like the old one where it says if it was active to, there's another Kagura follower in your field. So I get Storm, an unevolved select main part of the field deals 5 damage, and if overflow is active for you, once per turn while this unit deals combat damage, refreshes. So basically you can swing into something and restand it. So really good stuff. You also have Storm, so you can just swing face. Here's his regular form as well. This is the evolved form. This is the regular form. So also has Storm on him as well. Very insane card. People really hype up specifically him. So very good. So we have the Dragon Monk Goku here. Just his ward, you banish 4 Aggro cards deal 4 damage to each enemy leader and enemy four on the field, which is really, really strong. Like basically a mini board wipe. Got the Owlith here, so if he basically says if he has his counterparts, you can evolve into his other version. He usually has a ride line, but in here he's like his own dude. Into specifically the Victory, so he evolves a different form of himself. So that's really cool. We got the Berserk Dragon, a classic. Very classic card here. So this one you can pay an extra play point to give it the drive point. So basically give it an access to have twin drive, or have a drive, sorry. And then on drive you can select one enemy follower on the field and deal it 3 damage and give this follower +1/+1, which is really nuts, by the way. You can also discard a Conqueror card, select enemy follower on the field, deal 2 damage. So really, really, really strong card. You get drive checks. He gets buffed up by 1 by 1, and then you can also clear stuff on top of that. So the drive, I say drive checks, but it's really just 1 drive. We have the Berry. So this in in Vanguard is a perfect card, actually. And here is something else. So it's a quick effect. You can select an enemy follower on the field and deal 2 damage. You can discard a Conqueror card, select an enemy follower on the field, deal 3, and 1 to its leader. So really, really useful card there. We have the Nihilium, also a very classic OG card here. On drive check, it selects an enemy follower on the field and deals it 2, and he also gets +1/+1. On strike, it also deals damage to each enemy leader, which also sounds really good. So it burns. On strike, meaning it has to, when it's swinging this way, basically the swing, and then you get the ability, and it happens before everything else, before quick times and everything. That's the effect almost always goes off. Got the bar here, so this works with the other guy that we saw earlier, the one that was requiring other cards. So this has Ward, and you get to draw a card. So nothing too crazy, but actually explains how Ward works. Ward basically is you tap it this way, and your opponent has to basically clear or swing it to this first before they can go to your face, if they have access to going to your face. Got the Chain Attack, Sutherland. You can select a Vanguard follower on your field and give it +3, so that's really good. You can just buff something up. I've seen someone like buff up like an Overlord. It's pretty nuts. And then you can bury this card and select a follower on the field and deal it damage equal to the follower's attacks. This is really nuts. So basically you can play it, do buff, and then kill it off, and then get the attack. This one also can drive check. This is Reyes, another very old card. This is a discard draw card. So this says you can also swing with this, get +1/+1. You can search your deck for a Conqueror follower to add to your hand. So basically she's a searcher. A very, very, very useful card. And here we have the triggers. I have the other half here, so let me put it back together. So we're starting with the critical trigger here. So this one says, as Rush Assail on it, if overall is activated, you can deal 2 damage to each enemy follower leader. Very, very good on Fanfare. And then he just has Rush Assail. So that's basically it. So you can just swing into stuff and clear things. And Overflow just means that they have to be at least 7 mana. It actually explains to you here how it works. So also really, really good stuff. Also explains that this card is revealed by a drive check. Give a follower on your field +2. So it also explains how the drive check part, basically if you reveal it, how that works. That's really cool. Here we have the draws. So this one says you can rest and draw a card, only activate only if an enemy follower on the field was put into the cemetery this turn. So basically you can only activate this if you cleared something. And then also if he's revealed by drive check, he gets to draw a card. So that's the Gatling guy. And then here we have the stand trigger. So this one says you can rest and select enemy on the field, deal 1 damage. I'll activate only if there's another a Conqueror follower on your field, so go do it that way. You can also stand it for 2. For this turn, this follower can't attack enemies, and then also if it's revealed you refresh a follower on your field, for this turn it can't attack enemy leaders. So basically you restand something and then it can attack another guy. Can't attack face though. With the heal triggers, so this one heals 3, so I was correct about the heal 3, so I'm happy about that. But also on play, you can heal 1. If overflow is active, you heal 2. It's also really good. It also has ward, so you can just kind of drop it to stay protected. And then here we have the starter. So this is the starting amulet. So this is what you have to start with. Vanguard has starters, and this is what you'd be starting with. So you can bury this card, select Vanguard follower on your field, give +1/+1. At the start of the game, if your deck is based on Cardfight Vanguard Universe, put a card with starting amulet from your deck onto the field. So you have to start with this card. So you basically start with 1 card less, but it works out because you basically just pop it just like you would and use it. It's actually better in Shadowverse than would be in actual Vanguard because people can't clear it as easily, whereas in Vanguard, starters can get cleared. Here we have more of our evolves, so we have more overlords. Here is the guy we saw earlier that evolves himself, so he has twin drive. So there was 2 drive checks, and he says unevolved, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. They put a Kog'Maw follower not named Dragon Knight Owlith from among them into your X zone. It costs 3 less to play this turn, which is nuts, but less at the bottom of your deck. That's so good. So you get to just get a guy for free, basically. It's a 3-drop or less. And that's just really, really good. It has to be a Kog'Maw follower, though, not himself. So you have to make sure you hit that has something else. Here's the drive point. And 10 of these, and basically followers with drive help rush and single drive. So basically says you can attach this to like dudes and be able to swing with them. And then, ooh, we have the Kog'Maw leader back here. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I did not know that's what that looked like. That is, I haven't seen these yet, so that is gorgeous. That is so pretty. Oh my god, I might become Dragon Player. This is That's so pretty. Here's Evolve points in the back too. Oh my lord, like this is actually one of the prettiest leaders I've seen in Evolve, unironically. So one thing that's cool about it is that there's two different textures. Let me show you guys. There's a texture on him, but then there's a different texture on the outside part, which is also really cool. I actually don't know. I'm wondering if you can scan these. I'm assuming you can. I'm actually kind of curious. Let me see if I can scan him. Yeah, he just looks so cool. I'm just curious if the guy, the homie is scannable. That is a really pretty card. I don't know if they're all supposed to look like that. I'm not usually a big leader hunter. I'm assuming it's not because it's really thin. I tried scanning and it didn't work. So I'm assuming that because this is the thin version that this one's not scannable, and I'm assuming you just have to get there's probably another version of him that is scannable, but he still looks really cool. I don't even think I don't know, he just looks so cool. So that's basically it for the Kagero side, but we do have the thing here. Let's see what our luck is looking like today. Let's see what we get, what kind of shiny things we get. I'm really excited to see. So we have a shiny Owlith, we have a Bar, and we have a Nephilium. All really good cards, honestly. Very, very played, honestly. At least I think I know these are played for sure. I'm not too sure on this one, but really, really good cards. So that's really cool. So let's go ahead and open up the Aichi side, and I'll be probably a tiny bit faster since we kind of have the idea down. I'm actually interested to see how the Aichi side looks. So let's see what that looks like. We got the Alfred I see here. We got, again, the same thing. Here's the pack, and then here is this is all the Child X stuff. So I'm not actually gonna open this one this time. I'm just gonna put it to the side, and then we're just gonna go straight into the deck, since we kind of already know sort of how this works. It's a very, very same thing, just different pack, different deck. So this is King of Knights Alfred. So this is for Royal Paladin. It says right here, Royal Paladin. Also has Twin Drive, also has Storm. You can search up for a Royal Paladin. Usually it'll be called, this is a very Blaster Blade focused deck, so you'll be calling a lot of Blaster Blades. Also gets +1/+1, and if you have 15 Royal Paladin cards in your cemetery, it's also really good, guys. So this is basically going to be working off of probably Blaster Blade. Here is Alfred early, so you can evolve him into the Knight Alfred, so that's really cool. And then he has also Storm and Twin Drive, so that's also really cool. It's a +2, so it's you can do it on basically on 6 mana. So there's that. We have Blaster Blade, the OG, also really cool. So single drive. If this card was put onto your field by an ability, you can evolve it. So basically, if he's put throughout like Alfred or something like that, you can evolve him instantly. So he'll go into his evolve form. Also performing drive checks. We have Wingle, OG little guy. You can select the Blaster Blade in your cemetery summit. That's also really good. So for 3, you could just bring Wingle. You can bring your Blaster Blade back. We got the Boar. It's a long time no see with this guy. So you can give this follower a drive, and then you can also assail, and on drive give them +2/+2, so that's pretty good. So you can drive check, and then also he becomes a 5/5 for 3 mana. That's actually really, really strong. We have also a perfect guard in in the actual game, but in here I'm assuming very similar effects to the other one. So yeah, also select a on the field, deal it 2, or you can discard a Royal Paladin leader, select a far on the field, deal it 3, and give your leader +2. So same as Kagero, but just a different card. Got the knife side Skeleton. So this one also can gain a drive. On drive, it gets +1/+1, deal 3 damage to each enemy leader. Sounds really good. Select him far on the field and deal it 5 damage. It's also very powerful. Got the Moron, Ward, the Maroon, and look at top 5, maybe reveal a Royal Paladin from among them. Put to your hand, put the rest at the bottom. So just a little protector. We got the Leon. So also Ward, discard a Royal Paladin card. Select a Royal Paladin follower in your center, add to your hand. So that's really good. You get to cycle your cards. We have Rose Morgana, also gets a drive. On drive, select up to 1 enemy far on the field, deal 2 damage, give this +1/+1. So it seems to be a little similar to some of the Kagero cards, just slightly different, but there is some similarity here. You can also discard Royal Paladin power to give this +1/+1 on attack, so also really good there. Got the crits. So this the triggers are all the same. The first effect will be different. So this one says discard a Vanguard card, search your deck for Blaster Blade, reveal it, add to your hand. So that's really good. So you basically get access to Blaster Blade. This one says discard a Royal Paladin card, draw a card. So very free. And you're noticing this one doesn't care as much about certain followers or certain conditions being met. So the effects are a little bit weaker, but the triggered effects is easier. So you get to draw basically and filter. This one says at the start of your end phase, refresh this, so you can rest it and then stand it. So if it happens to be rested in some way, shape, or form, you can stand it against. That's pretty cool. And then you have healing. This one basically just gives you ward and healing and more healing on top of that. So just a heal. We got the starter for Royal Paladins. So this is the starter for them. So you can bear this card, select a Vanguard follower on your field, give it +1/+1. So exactly the same to the other one, just a different starter. Back here we have our Evolve. So we saw Alfred earlier. Here's Blaster Blade Evolve. So you can select any part on the field and deal damage equal to 2 times the number of Royal Paladin followers on your field. So that's pretty cool. So if you have a whole full board, you're doing a lot of damage to one guy. And then we also have the drive points as well back here. And let's see what the Aichi one looks like. Oh, that is so good. Arise my avatar. Aichi Sendo. That looks so clean. These leaders look crisp. Like, I wish I don't play Sword and Dragon as much as I play literally every other craft, ironically, so I wish this was like in the other crafts too. But this looks really good. Also, these are the OGs. If you guys don't know, this is sort of like the original Vanguard dudes, so it makes sense why they picked these two. Of course, they're, and also I think in the original Vanguard, the first two trial decks was Kai and Aichi, so of course it's kind of fits the theme. They're really pretty, and then we have some evolve points back here. So that's basically everything for the trial decks. I think these are great decks to start out with, and honestly, these are some of the best trial decks to start the game on. Like, you can easily take this and you'll do well under it. Your evolve is probably not perfect, but you can definitely play with exactly how they are, which is really awesome. We also have the pack here, so here they are again. We got the Alfreds in here, the Blaster Blades, we got Wingull, we got Boars, Assault, Hassel, Gallatin, Marion, Leon, Morgana, and the Stardust Trumpster, which is the starter. So let's see what we end up pulling here. See, what does our luck give us today? I actually don't even know what the chase cards would be, in all honesty. I think these are just pretty foils for people to have to like bling out their decks. So let's see what we get here. Whoa, I take it back, I take it back. There, you can get an SL out of these. Oh my, I had no idea. Just to give you guys context, here's the dragon one. It's not SL. I spoke too soon. We opened up an SL Blaster Blade. I might frame this, in all honesty, because I know it's nothing super crazy, but it is the original Blaster Blade, and in all its glory. That is so cool. Actually, we got Wingull and we have the Leon back here. I did not know you can get an SL out of these. That is gorgeous. That is actually, I genuinely might frame this. It's so pretty. Wow. What a way to close out the video. I was not expecting that at all. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, if you want to get any of your own, you can always go to your local game store that sells Shadowverse and check it out. I would highly recommend using Bushiroad to help you find any stores near you as well. That's a good way to find stores that serve Shadowverse Evolve. Thank you so much for watching. Again, shout out to Cygames for having me do this. A really awesome way to close out. I really love this. But thank you everyone. Hope you guys enjoy this, and I will be doing a box opening soon. So you guys, if you guys haven't watched that yet, you guys should go watch the box openings for this set that's coming out this Friday. So yeah, very good stuff. Very good stuff. So yeah, bye guys. Bye.